is it going to be a game changer? I would fully agree with Air Marshal Barbara when he says no way in the
Air Vice Marshal Subramaniam, my apologies for interrupting you. We've just got some information coming in on the agency feeds on the inbound Rafales. This is a radio welcome that the news agency ANI has just put out on the welcome message that has been sent out to the Rafales entering Indian airspace. Let's listen into that.
Leader, Indian Naval warship Delta 63. Welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader, Delta 63. May you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader, Delta 63. May you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds. Happy hunting over and out.
I want to go across to India Today's Gaurav Sawant. News agency ANI reporting radio messages welcoming the Rafales into the Indian Ocean. They will soon be in Indian airspace as well. You know, not to give any live commentary about the movements of these aircraft because they will be landing after 2 p.m. like we said. But Gaurav, huge amount of national interest in the arrival of the Rafales today.
Look at the excitement, Shiv. Look at the excitement in the voice of Delta 63 in the Indian Ocean as the ship receives the aircraft flying overhead in Indian waters in the Indian Ocean region. So this is extremely exciting for the entire country. You know, as Air Marshal Barbara and Subramaniam were mentioning, we've been waiting for this aircraft for close to 2 decades. It does bring a quantum leap in India's air power capabilities, and not just defensive but also offensive. Of course, this is just the beginning. I mean, nobody's overhyping it, but the fact remains the first 5 come in now. More come in the next 2 years. We'll have 36. We still require much more, but then it's well begun, and that's half done, Shiv. So you've covered this for decades. I've covered this. This just simply goes on to show how India's air power capabilities are now moving on a notch higher. We had the Su-30s, we had the Mirages, we had the MiG-29s. Now we also have the Rafales, which our adversaries don't. And this actually would force them to think twice before doing something. That's what deterrence is all about, Shiv.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds.
Thanks, Gaurav, for more. Let me just listen in. Let's just get our viewers to listen in a little bit more to those radio messages.
Indian Naval warship Delta 63. Welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader, Delta 63. May you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds. Happy hunting over and out.
Indian Naval warship Delta 63. Welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
I'll take one question with
Arrow Leader, Delta 63. May you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds. Happy hunting over and out.
Air Marshal Barbara, I saw you raising your hand. You wanted to add something to what Air Vice Marshal Subramaniam was saying. Go ahead, sir.
Well, Subramaniam was correct. It was, in my context about air dominance, was in the Ladakh area, or air dominance will be enabled better today with the induction of Rafale in a limited conflict area. It is not over the whole skies. That is one. The second is the integration of the AWACS and the data that it can supply to all these aircraft of the threats in the air, which they can track while scan so many. The aircraft radar has also the capability of track while scanned, and unlike earlier versions of aircraft that India has got, today we have got this aircraft, the Rafale, which is an omni aircraft. It is not only an air superiority fighter, it's not only a ground attack aircraft, it has got omni capabilities. In that, the weapon systems it can carry, the mission computers that it has, when it is going for, say, a strike mission, it can launch its weapon from 100 odd kilometers away, immediately switch to the airborne side of it and launch, if the enemy aircraft threat like was happening in Balakot, launch missiles on the enemy aircraft whilst the weapon which was launched for the ground strike aircraft, for the ground targets, is on its way. So for the first time, we have not only a multi-role aircraft, but an omni-role aircraft, which is a tremendous advantage, tremendous advantage. That's all I wanted to add.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you very much, Air Vice Marshal Subramaniam and Air Marshal Babara, for giving us your wisdom on an important day of this kind. We've just heard that radio message. In fact, I want our viewers to hear that message once again, and then I'm going to give you a full perspective on how the Indian Air Force has gotten to this day and what all blood, sweat and tears it has taken over 2 decades for the Rafales to finally arrive in India. Listen into this radio message of the Rafales establishing contact with Indian Navy destroyer INS Kolkata in the Indian Ocean before entering Indian airspace, and then watch the full timeline of the Rafale.
Indian Naval warship Delta 63, welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader Delta 63, may you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds. Happy hunting, over and out.
Indian Naval warship Delta 63, welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader Delta 63, may you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader,